So today we're going to be installing our Renogy solar panel with charge controller to keep our battery bank at like 12.4 volts. Got them wired in parallel so that they last basically twice as long. And sadly, I haven't done the math to find out just how long they'll last, but we'll find out here once we get the camper actually done and we start using this system. So here's our solar panel. And this is the charge controller, the brackets, and then this is a nifty little deal that I bought in order to run the cables down into the trailer. So they'll basically make a watertight seal. These cool little fittings that surprisingly actually fit the size of the cable, which is normally not how things work out for me. And yeah, so that's what we're doing for now. Stay tuned for the install process. It may or may not go as planned. So now I've switched to the GoPro and I'm going to show you how to basically put on these very simple brackets to put this solar panel on the roof. Seems to be pretty self-explanatory at this point, but we shall see for sure. Okay, so now that I got the feet basically on here finger tight, let's try not to break it. This will give you a general idea of how this is supposed to work. So the feet have 1, 2 holes in each of the brackets, and there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so they're adjustable, which is cool. There's multiple holes so that depending on what you're putting this on, whether it be a cargo trailer or a camper, or you could probably even put it on the roof of the truck if you needed to, but would not recommend it. So I'm going to take this in the camper and hold it up to the roof ribs that I still have exposed and see, 1, if they line up, 2, if I have to move the brackets, and then 3, where exactly this is going to go up on the roof. So okay, so before you go to do this, so you don't end up with this kind of nonsense, make sure you know exactly where and drill from the inside out, not the outside in, like yours truly in his infinite wisdom decided to do. Also, make sure these are out. Otherwise, you'll be trying to get your fingers in here. You can see how narrow that is to get those out. Also, make sure those ones up there are exactly where you need them to be. Otherwise, you'll have a hole right in the center of your roof. Now, I'm going to coat all this with Flex Seal later on so that we don't have this problem. But for the time being, the solar panel is on the roof. Take you inside and show you. Also, don't fall off the ladder. Wives, girlfriends, parents, they don't like that. Been there, done it. So, these are the roof ribs that I'm currently lagged into. This one here, this one here. 21 inches between them. I'm not real good at this, so. As you can see, I nailed these ones. These ones over here, I don't know, let's peel it back and find out. Oh, yep, got that one. And then, ow, that's in my hair. Who knows about this? Yep, there they are right there. So we're good to go on those. I think I have to retape that because those are just ugly. Anyhow. So, that's where we're currently at with it. We now have to come back here and cut 1, maybe 2 holes. I'm hoping I can get away with just 1 because I do not like cutting holes in the roof of this trailer right now. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So here's what we got going on. had to drill 2 more holes in the ceiling, which I'm just so sick of doing at this point because I don't like cutting holes in my trailer. But we do have both cables run in from the solar panel, and we now have to hook up the batteries. And I know it's a mess and it will get better later. I have to hook up the batteries to the charge controller first, because if you hook up the solar panel to the charge controller is nothing to put the power to. And it'll basically, I forget what exactly the technical term is for it, but it's bad. You don't want to do it. It could cause a fire, could cause your batteries to overheat once you connect the panels to it. So hooking up the battery first, then the panel. So at this point, basically it's very simple. Cut 2 holes in the ceiling, which suck. I'll take you outside and show you. So drill again. 2 holes in the ceiling. This nifty thing that thank God someone came up with, or I'd be stressing. Now we got to figure out, I guess I'm going to go get a brick and secure this down to the roof somehow. It may require roofing screws or something at some point. But that is where we're at with it right now. So once again, stay tuned. Okay, so we're back. At this point, I hooked up the batteries first. So that is our green battery light here. And then the PV is the panel voltage, and it's flashing slowly, which means that the batteries are charging normally. If it was charging fast, where's the book? Fast flashing means that the terminal is over voltage, so we don't want that. And then if it's solid, it means that the PV terminal voltage is low output, which basically means it's not getting enough sunlight. And thankfully we're in Texas, and even on a cloudy day, we're getting normal charging. So the right side here, as you can see the daylight and the wires coming in, is the positive, and the left is the negative. And yes, I ran outside to check that like 17 times so I didn't light myself up. So at this point, everything is pretty good. Just flip the switch here, lights come on, power's run over there to the water pump I haven't installed yet in the box there. Shower pan, wall paneling, then eventually finishing off cabinets, attaching them to walls, building, just the usual. And then finally we'll probably build out the shower and put the toilet in here once everything's built. But so far this is where we're at. The garage bed area is mainly finished except for some trim. Lights are up, outlets are in. That one's kind of goofy, but I'm not a professional at this, so this is as good as we've got for the moment. Check back later.